sisaziphilela lomhlaba. Make sizameni ukwenza ngokuhle sisaziphilela lomhlaba. Make sizameni ukwenza ngokuhle sisaziphilela lomhlaba.
On the 16th of November 2013, the Myriad Foundation organised an expedition to climb Mount Snowdon in Wales. Approximately 40 trekkers, men, women, young and old, took part in the trek, which was aimed at raising money to support the work of the Christies and the fight against cancer. Cancer is something that all people, regardless of their race, creed or colour, can relate to. It could potentially affect anyone and targets almost indiscriminately. Myriad Foundation set themselves an inspiring target of £10,000. All praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone. They managed to generate a groundbreaking £14,000, far exceeding all expectations. The money raised will go on to support research into cures, treatment for those affected, and counselling and care for the relatives. The driving factor behind the entire project was the principles of Islam, the fact that we help others because this is our responsibility and duty that's placed upon us by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. To help your fellow human being, your brother in humanity. The Muslims must be at the forefront of welfare and relief and striving to help the community within which he resides. We encourage people to become Muslims fully and not to reduce it to a particular aspects found in the religion, but to adopt it on a holistic level. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran in chapter 2 verse 208, O you who have believed, enter into Islam completely and do not follow the footsteps of Satan. Indeed, he is to you a clear enemy. This project was amazing. It was through this project that we were able to connect with people from all types of backgrounds, non-Muslims of all ages and abilities, from varying classes and social backgrounds. And it was through this project that we were able to get out the message and the Islamic ethos and explain to people the factor that underpins our efforts to an otherwise unreachable audience. This wasn't just simply another trek in aid of a worthy cause, it was a contribution from an integral part of our society, and this is the Muslim community. One of the brothers had an opportunity to speak to 100 staff members, and this opportunity only came up due to the actual project you were undertaking, and he was able to explain the reasons about why we were doing the trek, and those reasons were based upon Islam. Brothers and sisters, when it comes to dawah, how many times have we reduced Islam down to a simple argumentation and debate? We tell them the right from the wrong without following it ourselves. We encourage them to do righteousness without acting righteously. We focus so much on trying to plant the seed without considering the metaphorical soil within which we sow. Often neglect the 40 years of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam pre-revelation. It was during these 40 years that he earned through his character, conduct and behavior the titles like the truthful, the trustworthy. Brothers and sisters, reflect on this and work on your society, work on your locality, work on your community, and ask yourself something. Am I considered someone who is trusted and respected in my community? If not, then there's no wonder that when you tell people about Islam, they turn away in disbelief. They see that our adopting Islam has not made us any better human beings. How can it possibly benefit any of them? Let's reflect upon this. Be proactive, work for goodness and righteousness as stated in the Quran in chapter 5 verse 2. And cooperate in righteousness and piety, but do not cooperate in sin and aggression, and fear Allah. Indeed, Allah is severe in penalty. Help rewrite the narrative. Help Myriad Foundation help Islam. And remember, my brothers and sisters, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not need us. He is sufficient to protect His religion. The good we do will only be a benefit to ourselves. The Myriad Foundation is looking to take the lead on delivering new initiatives and innovative projects to help combat the rise of anti-Islamic sentiment, the negative remarks and the spread of misconceptions and myths related to the religion. We plan to pioneer a working model of improvement that involves not just sharing Islam, but actually living it as well, as it should be lived. We work to make the individual an integral and valued member of society. We invite people to Islam, the only truly effective cure for society, and we do it because we are Muslims and are doing so in the submission to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. My brothers and sisters, I want to leave you with something to think about. If we don't do this, then who will? This is our goal, our vision, our responsibility.
Make sizameni